Gary McCoy here.
Audrey here.
We're here working on these squat flow sequences, giving you a little bit of teaser of what the overall program does, but also to showcase just the style on how a 10 or a 15-minute flow can do, maybe be your whole workout for the day, or if you're a crazy athlete like Audrey and you're always doing something awesome, this is the kind of stuff you can do to keep your body feeling your best before or after, or to keep you going if you were spearfishing with bull sharks all day or whatever Audrey does. So anyways, first things first, we're going to teach Audrey the quadruped position. So the quadruped is just the idea of being on all fours, but you're going to bring your knees off the ground. So the quadruped is a real good one to make sure that we got our foundation. So can we get this little bit of push up, kind of like you're doing the cat and the cow idea, making sure that the fingers are spread, her shoulders are right over her wrists. You can drive your knees out a little bit. When you push them out, that's going to give you a little bit of stability. Okay, so this is the quadruped position. Go ahead and drop on your knees and just rest for a second. So can't stress enough how important this position is as you're going to advance in this program. You're going to want to do this when you start. And the reason being is you don't trust your core or your upper body strength. But the more you get here, the better. And I think about almost I'm pulling my hands towards my knees. If I get that backwards force, that's going to wake up your lats a little bit. All right, so this first one is going to be the sit through. So when you're here, you're going to slide your left leg through, get that good swivel, and get to the blade of your foot. The challenge is going to be you're going to want to lift your hands. Okay, so let's get to that quadruped position. Okay, bring your left leg across. Good, but keep that right hand down. Exactly like I said, she's there. Now can you drop your butt down? Not all the way there, but now you got that stretch in your lats, in the torsos. We've got these nice 90-degree angles. Let's go the other way. No, you don't have a ton of room over there. There you go. Try to keep that hand down, and then this hip's got to open up, right? Find that space, use your breath, and sit your butt back down a little bit. Use another breath there. Good, back the other way. So this one's all about learning to feel safe kind of in the extreme postures. So you open up one thing at a time. You start with your relationship with the ground, then you go to your relationship to your hips, then you can kind of go back to your upper body and add your breath. Go ahead and switch. And she's getting a little bit better. One of those magic exercises. You do 3 of these, everything starts loosening up. Okay, back to the other side, a little bit faster. Kind of get there. Good, back to the other side. Good, back to the other side. 2 more on each side. Good, nice work, rest. A little bit harder than you'd think it would be too, right? It's amazing how much that lights up your lats, your cores, and even your heart. And the other thing too is this position is how we learned how to walk, how we learned to crawl, all that kind of stuff. And that's what I joke is that I'm teaching adults motor skills all over again. All right, from here, let's just have you go kneeling with your left leg in front. And then I want you to grab that with your right hand. Use that to drive your hips forward. Can you get that knee over your ankle? Good, then from here, I just want you to bring your left arm open about chest high. So she's got that good yin and yang. What we're doing is we're just opening up this X from that shoulder to that opposite hip, which does the same thing. It creates an X from that hip to that shoulder. Same thing here. These are your X factors. Opposite hip, opposite shoulder. So whether you're shooting a bow and arrow, a volleyball spike, shooting a 3-pointer, whatever it is, it's all opposite arm, opposite leg. Switch sides. And this is the idea of active rest, like I said as well too, is can you come through some of these ranges? And if you learn your own practice, that's the point, is you do a little 10 or 15-minute flow. I spent time on the ground. Now I need to open myself up. I need to get my chest going. I need to get those X factors loosened up. Okay. One of my favorite stretches, very underrated right there. Okay, you're coming back to the quadruped. This time we're going to the break dancer. So now you get to bring your arm up, but as you come across, you're gonna pull that bow and arrow. Exactly like we talked about. This left elbow to that right pinky toe. How far apart can they get each other? Everybody wants to be up here. I want you to sit your butt down, but to stay there in that soft neck. Everybody wants to have the leg up. Use the leg as a kickstand, okay? You can probably scoot back a little bit towards your right if you need. No, to your right. You have a little more room so you don't have to kick rocks. All right, let's slide it. Good, bow and arrow. Come back through. Good, hold your next one. Good, so pull this all the way. Pull that bow. Get a little bit taller here. Raise up. Now think about dropping your tailbone at the same time. Push that right knee away. All the things. Good, switch sides. And that's what I mean is having a checklist. As you start to understand these points of balance, you can really kind of make it as hard or as easy as you need to. Good, switch sides. She's doing a good job of finding the tension in the end range at first, and then we can get a little more fluid with it. So one more kind of slow, high tension. Then let's see you open it up for about 4 or 5 pair. So now it's about pushing into the ground and getting there. Can you swivel through the hips? Hear her breath, sinking breath with movement. As soon as that hand hits, the breath happens, the hips clear. Can you find that fluidity? Smooth is fast, fast is smooth. Pull that bow and arrow one more each way. Nice work, come back to that knee again. Okay, you're gonna get your left knee back out in front, grab it with your right hand. Okay, instead of that arm coming straight up, you're gonna raise this arm as high as you can. Reach it, reach it, reach it. When you run out of room, turn it so that your pinky hits the back, and then finish that circle. So this is the magic sauce for getting rotation through your shoulder and thoracic spine. Those swimmers that I know in the area, this is your shit right here. You can do these both ways. In this round, we're just going to do 5. We're going to serve them as active rest and preparing our shoulders for the next more challenging exercise. Good, go ahead and switch sides for me. That feels good, right? It opens up kind of like on each one, you find a little more range. What's great for me as a coach, this is one of those drills that the assessment is also the cure. If I want to see somebody's range of motion, I can see kind of where they're compensating or where they're cheating, and then what I need to choose next to help them. But a lot of times it's just doing this. Your joints really like to make circles. That's why we're adding this rotating and sinking these long X factors. Last one, just about 5 right there. It's the idea of active rest. We're doing these challenging moments. We're letting our heart rate come down. We're letting our nervous system recover. We're loosening up the muscles that we just used. And then we're going to add further and further complexity and stability to it. So now we've got the break dancer where we're coming across. Then we're going to find the wild thing up top. And so Audrey makes this one look real easy. I'm going to remind her to get tall here. And instead of worrying about raising on that toe, how much can you get through your shoulder? That's why I'm always challenging on that. I know you can get through your spine. I want to see you get through your shoulder and your neck. Okay, pull the bow and arrow. Yep, then come up. Find it, find it, find it. What I was telling her is to get tall through there. She's still creating that same line. Then sit back down in that chair, pull your right elbow into your hip. Good, back the other way. Find it, drive. Good, and then sit back in the pocket. So you're not going to go straight into this exercise as well too. If I just asked you to do this as your first exercise, that would be crazy. You'd be too stiff. You wouldn't have the stability. You wouldn't have the mobility. This is why being intelligent and layering progression, and progression doesn't just mean from workout to workout. It can be within the same workout. Here's an example of how we've layered skills and we've undone skills. The idea here is maximal gain, minimal strain. Audrey's getting conditioning, she's getting mobility, she's getting strength so she can go do all these diverse sports, and she's not beat up. She can keep doing this, and this stuff can improve her when she is beat up. Last one. Look at me actually counting and talking at the same time. All right, so we got one more to undo it. So we're gonna get that left knee back out in front, grab it with the right, and now we're gonna go backwards. So your thumb's gonna go to the back. I'm sorry, your pinky to the back. Good, then when you run out of room, reach up and over. I gave myself a compliment and I messed up on the next one. That is science, by the way. Every single time in my 20 years of coaching, good job, Audrey, next rep. Every time. So find a little more rotation through your torso. So fight it, fight it, fight it. Remember that first stretch we did? Because your shoulder's 2 joints. It's not just in here. It can open that way too. Oh, she doesn't like that one. Too many overhead serves in your day? Could be. That's even your left hand. Last one. Good. Switch. I need to play some beach volleyball. It's been a minute. Good. Sink in with your breath. Using that right arm to find that tension, and that's going to help set that one side. That also takes your torso kind of out of it so that that rotation truly has to come from that shoulder socket. All right, one more, and then we're going to finish with fancy. All right, so beast, runner, through. So we've done 3 videos today, so you're gonna have to go back and watch the other one if you want to learn how to do this, or better yet, you can just send it. The best way to learn is to fail. So let's see what you got. So beast, runner, through. We're gonna see how well Audrey speaks Garrett gibberish.
Right.
Okay, beast, hips all the way back. Runner, step forward, raise the right hand. Find the flexibility, create enough space to bring your left leg through. Pull that bow and arrow, find your beast again. So use that hand and almost flow back in there. Other side. Beast, reach, through. Good. Now, how saucy can you make it? How much speed, how much grace? Good. You can adjust your arms. You can get wider if you need to. Find space, create space. Use your breath to reset. Hold all these positions. The more you can get your heels down, the more ankle flexibility and the more hip flexibility you're going to get. There's nothing wrong with being on your ball and foot in some of these transitions, but as you progress, another skill. You have one more on each side. All right, Miss Audrey, you survived. You lived to fight another one. Look, she's actually breathing hard, believe it or not. How do you feel?
Good.
Same way, right? I feel like I worked, but you should feel integrated, kind of ready to go. Like I said, this stuff is really intended. It can be your workout. I actually prefer that people start and they learn how to use their body like this. Then I add load with kettlebells and some of these gymnastic moves and other things to build functional strength. This could be your recovery day. It could be your warm-up. It could be your cool down. It could be supplemental. So that's why I really like these little 10-minute flows. I hope that you understand and how you can apply these to your routine. Audrey, thank you for your help.
Yeah, anytime.
Oh, what?